Hey everyone, welcome to 996 Howl for the uninitiated. This is an unedited YouTube vlog discussing everything Arizona Coyotes. And no, they did not make the playoffs, but the Coyotes have made the play-ins, this new fluid situation that the NHL has finally confirmed is going to happen. Hopefully sooner rather than later is a proposed 2014 playoff, with the Arizona Coyotes making it, facing the Nashville Predators, a matchup which I'll do a deep dive on that series once everything starts to become even more confirmed, because everything's still up in the air. I mean, all the logistics of it just seems like a nightmare, and it's a promised negotiation that this will happen. That's where we're at in the NHL. It's not for sure going to happen. It's just a promised negotiation that they're going to move forward in hopes of cementing this idea of a 2014 playoff in two hub cities. But for the Coyotes, they get a chance. They get a chance to have a best of 5 series with the Predators, who I think they match up well against. They split the season series 1-1. I believe the Coyotes beat them the first time 5-2 in a game where Phil Kessel scored 2 goals. And we would need a player like Phil Kessel step it up against the Predators. The other game, we dropped 3-2 in late December, and that's when I think Kemper was injured and the wheels were already falling off, even though we didn't know it yet for the team. So, a 3-2 loss and a 5-2 deciding victory. I think the Coyotes have a good chance against them. The training camps are going to start maybe end of June, and then these play-in rounds will start middle of July. The players are going to have to come together in the coming weeks and start training together in smaller groups before the NHL officially allows everyone to train together in an organized fashion. But the players should be ready. I'm hoping John Chaika and Rick Tocchet are developing a game plan against the Predators. They're calling each player, they're preparing each player. They're calling guys home if they went overseas. Maybe I think Ekman Larsson went home to Sweden, so he should get back, get acclimated, get guys working out, working on their strides. They can't be rusty for this 5-game series they're going to be in. But personally, I think it's a bad idea because it's going to affect the next season even worse. Even Gary Bettman has said that the next season might start as late as January. So imagine if the Coyotes get swept in that series against the Predators. You see 3 NHL games and then you don't see any Coyotes games until January. That's a tough pill to swallow, but I guess that's where we are. I won't let my negativity come out, so I'll just report the facts. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll keep an eye on the NHL, what they say, if the government's allow the NHL to resume, which hub cities are selected. I know everyone was hoping Phoenix would have been a good hub city, but unfortunately they didn't make the lists of potential hub cities that the NHL is looking at. And it's hockey news, and it's news that maybe the fans might see NHL hockey to end this crazy season that they had to pause. In regards to the draft lottery, I believe the Coyotes have a 3% chance of winning first overall, which is crazy. Even if they lose, they play in qualifying round against Nashville, but they still get a 3% chance to get the first overall. It's pretty crazy. It's very convoluted, the draft. I'm not even going to pretend I know exactly what's going on with the draft, but I believe the 8 teams that lose their play-in qualifying round get a chance at winning the draft lottery. So that's a good little, incentive, for the Coyotes. Even if they lose, they have a chance to win something else, a much bigger prize. And if the Coyotes lose that play-in series against Nashville, they give up their first round pick anyways to New Jersey. And then what's going to happen with Taylor Hall? When does he start to walk? When does free agency officially, commence? I mean, when is Taylor Hall not a member of the organization? Because July 1st, the Coyotes are going to be playing Nashville, and Taylor Hall is going to be on the team. So I wonder how they're going to, work around all of those issues. But that's not for me. Just want to say the Coyotes will probably be playing hockey this summer. Not quite the playoffs, but the play-ins. And then if they beat Nashville, I'm pretty sure they face the Vegas Golden Knights. Another matchup which I feel is pretty even. The Coyotes have beaten Vegas numerous times this season and last season. I think Vegas's inaugural season, they were all over the Coyotes, but the Coyotes have played much better against the Golden Knights. And with the start of the play-ins, the regular season is officially over. And for the first time in Clayton Keller's career, he is not the points leader for the Coyotes this season. That title goes to Nick Schmaltz with 45 points. Oh man, 45 points in I think 72 games they played. And Connor Garland, who's behind me playing his highlights, is the leading goal scorer for the Coyotes at 22. Connor Garland, who makes $700,000, is a leading goal scorer for an NHL team. So congrats to Nick Schmaltz and Garland. And Darcy Kemper finished third place in goalie stats. Good for him. Hopefully, if he plays like he did before he got injured against Minnesota in this play-in series, watch out. It could be the Darcy Kemper show. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.